Good morning, parents. I will annotate this question for you, paper for you via video. So question 1 is exponents. Question 2 is part of chapter 7, numbers and numerical and geometrical patterns. I did this extensively in their workbook, so you can go and have a look there. Then 1.4. 1.4 is the first chapter, whole numbers, and 1.5 undefined is actually working out where 2t minus 2 will be equal to 0, because you get undefined when you divide by 0. That's the multiple choice questions. Now we get to section B, the longer question. So mathematics is a building block subject just like any other one. So much of the work that you see will have been covered in grade 8 and grade 7 and even earlier. So question 2 is actually grade 8 mostly. And you will find this work in chapter 1 with whole numbers and integers in chapter 2. So where you go highest common factor, lowest common multiple. When you get to 2.2, the cube root of 15 is between two consecutive whole numbers. Don't be too serious about it. Press it on the calculator and just see which whole number is on the left and which whole number is on the right. In grade 10, we do a more formal way of finding that value. 2.4. Determine which one of the 4 tables given below represent direct proportion. This you will find in Functions and Relations, chapter 7. Also refer to the workbook. Okay, 2.5. You won't find a question like this in your child's book. These are level 4 applications, but you will find examples in their textbook if you want your child, if it's an 80%er, 70%er, to work on word questions like that. There's examples in the textbook. Question 3. Which type of numbers in the number system are defined by the following? So now we're back in chapter 1 and 2. Calculate the following. Now obviously you can press this on your calculator, but it's not advised because you get a mark for showing that negative 2 squared is 4. Get a mark to show that 15 divided by 3 is 5, and then you only get the mark for the answer. So employ your child to do this mentally. Question 4, we are moving into the exponents, chapter 5. Exponents, chapter 5. Question 5 is numerical and geometrical patterns. Along with functions and relationships, they are actually one and the same thing, but it's chapter 6 and 7. Question 6, we are in chapter 8, algebraic expressions. Algebraic expressions. What is an algebraic expression containing 2 terms called? And again, refer to the workbook. This theory has been covered extensively in the class. Question 6 is products. Part of chapter 8, products. Let me just type that word here. Products and the use of a little bit of exponents. For this one, you might remind your child that you use the FOIL method. Some of them use a rectangle to do it with. And then in 6.3.3, you'll first have to factorize the top as the difference between 2 squares. (6.4) is also factorization, a common bracket, and a trinomial with a common factor. Question 7. 7.1 and 7.2 is part of algebraic expressions chapter 8, and then we move into equations. Now equations is spread over 2 chapters. The one part is in exponents at the end of exponents chapter 5, and the other part is in Algebraic Equations chapter 9. Now this is the newest work, so you might have to spend quite some time here on question 7. And there 7.4 you have your level 4 question. Now the definition of a level 4 question is that it's not seen in class. And it's supposed to be 15% of the question paper, and the child is supposed to draw on theory and processes that they did during their life in mathematics to solve this question. Okay, good luck. Lekker leer.